Well, good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with Southern Indiana Weather, bringing you a quick forecast update here this morning. We've got a system moving in today that has the chance to bring us some pretty decent severe weather around the area. We've got a warm front now starting to lift towards the area. It's down to our south, not here yet, but it's going to move through this afternoon. And if I just sort of zoom in here into our area, you can see temperatures still pretty mild around the area. We're sitting in the low 50s around much of the area, 40s up to our north. We're going to warm up pretty quickly today as we see some rain move in here as far as temperatures go. Modeling indicates here for us, look at this, by the time that we get to about noon here, we're already into the 70s over the area. That's how fast we're going to warm. That warm front, you can see it kind of visually there. It lifts north. In fact, some of the modeling here hints that upper 70s, even an 80 or two, an 80, 81 for some of us, not out of the question. It's going to be a very warm day. Now, sometimes this modeling can be a little bit on the warm side of the guidance, and my forecast I think is for 74. That may be too low. I may need to adjust that up another degree or two. I think mid 70s though definitely reachable today, possibly even just a little bit higher. Now that's just going to be fuel here. Excuse me, sinus is bothering me here this morning. That's going to be just fuel for these storms today. And of course, an enhanced risk of severe weather all over the area today. They have added a moderate area in just to our south. If I switch out to a national view, you can see that moderate area is sneaking up towards us. Could that, potentially come into our area? I wouldn't rule it out, but I certainly wouldn't rule it in at this point either. They're just going to, I think it'll just depend on how things pan out today. But regardless of whether you are an enhanced, slight, or moderate, those are just terms to define the probabilities of severe weather. Storms could really give a care less whether they form in slight, enhanced, or moderate or high risk environments. They just don't care about those lines. They're going to form regardless of what probability area you are in, so you can take it seriously either way. As far as the risks for the individual things are taken care of, if we just take a look at the tornado risk, you'd look at this and say, well, 10%, that doesn't seem like a very high risk, but it is whenever you're talking about the SPC and you're talking about the tornado parameters. That's a pretty high number, so tornado is certainly a real threat for us today. Stronger threats for that down to the south, and you notice they've removed the hatched areas that they had us on yesterday. That's good, at least, but still elevated tornado probabilities for us. Wind probabilities just run of the mill, 15%. That's the lowest end wind that you're going to get there as far as risks are concerned. Hail, though, a stronger concern here as well, and that's why you have the enhanced risk over us in the 30%. And you can see they've moved the hatches away from us and down a little bit further to the south there as well. So at least that takeaway is a good thing, if nothing else. The hatches indicate the significant severe weather events. But regardless, some large hail, some damaging winds, and strong tornadoes, all possible today. And of course, if we take a look at future radar, you can see why. So there's the rain shield out to our west this morning. You see that kind of lifts off to the north, and then this afternoon, that's whenever we start to see things start to pop up here. So this is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and now we're starting to see some supercells here develop out over Illinois, and you can just sort of watch these hour by hour just explode in growth over the area. Notice not everyone gets these. They will be individual cells the way things look right now. Not everyone sees them, but those that do could end up with some pretty rough weather out of those. And then by this evening, those are going to be gone. It'll be just replaced by some showers. The cold front will swing through, push that severe out of the area. So basically what you've got going on here, folks, you got the warm front that is going to lift through the area today. That'll put us into the warm sector, and then later on this afternoon, that cold front will swing through as well, ending the severe weather threat. So I would say the best severe weather window for today is going to be from about 2 to 6 p.m. over across the area, and I think that's pretty much what you're seeing here on radar. Here's 2 p.m. right now. Things just barely starting to form out there. By 3 they already have. And then here we go. Well, this is 6 p.m. right here, and they're pretty much out of the area. So we'll run with about 2 to 6 p.m. for the severe weather threat across the area today. And of course, just keep it tuned here to Southern Indiana Weather on Facebook and on Twitter for more updates throughout the afternoon. Don't be surprised if we go underneath of a tornado watch this afternoon. If things pan out the way the modeling suggests, I suspect that's a high likelihood this afternoon. So stay weather aware today. Stay, the good thing is at least it's going to happen during the afternoon hours. If we're going to have a tornado threat, that's the best time because at least you can see it, and there certainly can be a lot more prepared. You're up, nobody's sleeping. Well, most people aren't sleeping unless you're working night shift or something like that. So best time to happen. We've got that working in our favor for us at least. But stay weather aware today, folks. Have a way to get warnings, and then just keep it tuned here for more throughout the day.